Alright, hey guys, welcome back. This is C-Rock. Here we are back in the 1 vs 1 campaign of Rome versus the Insubres, and Rome has encountered another Italian fraction, and I am playing as the AI here, and Rome is off over here somewhere, and let's see, we have some reinforcements coming in too from a town. Where's the town at? It's like over here or something, I guess, because this is a little bit of a garrison army right here, and this is not. So we have some melee infantry, some melee infantry. These are what? These are just both heavy. These are both heavy melee infantry. These are heavy spear infantry along here. And then very light infantry. So these are actually, what are they? There's javelin throwers. And then we have some heavy melee infantry, or heavy spear infantry, heavy melee infantry, medium melee cav, some medium melee cav right here. And then these are heavy melee infantry along here. And then this is general. Then we have the second army right here too, and this is my little army that we're gonna go ahead and just toss at him probably, because they're just so small and they even need to be in the battlefield. So we're gonna move up the troops, and we're gonna go ahead and fast forward through this part because I'm just moving up in on this guy, on the Romans, and there they are. So they pop out of the blue pretty easily. And his group of units are back all the way over in here. And we will see them come up again as I get closer, you know. And we'll roll on back here as this moves on through. And what we have back here, these are light Italian slingers that we have back here. These are slingers that we want to go ahead and keep up here. They are the things with the most range in my entire army. And they can actually see the farthest, I think, too. Or is that the cav? I have no idea. You know, since you can't really see much with the troops at this point, but we start to see them coming into vision now. So his army is these medium melee cav over here. He has 3 cav units. You know, kind of they vary in strength. They're kind of weak in numbers, but what they make up, what they have in what they lack in numbers, they make up for in power. You know, let's see. Let's look at one of these units here. 6 melee attack, 94 armor. Oh, what beasts! Jeez. All right, 2 chevrons. These are rank 2s. So look at all the armor that these guys have. They literally spend everything on armor. Base morale is 61. Speed is 8. Bonus cavalry is 4. Bonus versus cavalry is 4. Armor penetration is 11, and this is like a charge bonus of 83. Dear Lord, right? Don't get into a fight with them, right? So as we see the rest of his army coming in division here, the rest of his army is a bunch of principes, so some heavy melee spear infantry. Some Triarii, which is very heavy phalanx infantry. There's, you know, these are the veteran units here. And then his Hastati, the medium spear infantry. And this is Italic military mercenaries. So some heavy melee infantry, some Principes. And then Kisinai. So some slingers. Oh, excuse me there. Some slingers. Some levies. Some heavy melee infantry. And some Principes and some Principes. So, after all that, we're going to continue to bring these guys on up. I want to go ahead and put my slingers in range to go ahead and sling about on them. So, I figure we can almost win this with overwhelming numbers, right? And just overwhelm him with our strength and power. And that is the idea, of course. And now we have encountered, we've gone in range with him, and we are now firing on him with our slingers. And he is firing on us too. It's not like I'm just firing on him. Boom. You see those two pelts. I didn't know if my slingers were firing in on him because they were just not close enough. And they are just getting plummeted in the head. Ouch, that had to hurt, that one. Quite a bit. So they are just getting plummeted with all this. In fact, let's go down to the ground center and see how it looks. Ooh, with the sun in their eyes. Oh no. With the sun in their eyes, they are being attacked. Throw their slings that way as the slings come from the sun itself. As if Zeus is firing them on them, right? Yeah, that made them run for their lives. Basically, these guys, they'll break pretty soon too. As soon as they succumb to all the slingers over here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4 units of slingers here. And 1 unit levies. So they are just murdering these guys. As I bring about this unit to this side here. And then we're going to go ahead and basically just rush my troops on in there because they need to close the gap, basically. You know, so the idea is to go ahead and engage with his front line, of course, as it always is. So we're gonna go ahead and move in on them, so we can go ahead and do such a thing. And once we engage with his front line, hopefully it will go better, right? That's what the plan is, right? That's what all hope. So we'll move in there. And now we can start throwing our jabs at him. Hopefully. They're trying to decide if they really want to throw jabs. There we go. Now they're throwing their jabs. After they've been completely annihilated by the slingers. These guys will continue to throw their jabs too. And these guys, as he slings in on my general here, that was an interesting idea, although it really doesn't do much to the general. His health does drop, I think, right? Do we even see that? Yeah, you see his XP. That's getting lower. Let's see. Is it the health bar? There's like a health bar for some of these units. And Velita's there. As we bring these guys in and around, and we kind of hit my general back so he's not getting pulsed so much by the slingers. As we continue to bring these guys in, and we're going to try and encircle them, basically. That's the idea. We wanted to encircle his units. So the sooner I can encircle them all, the more that damage I can do upon them. So we engage his front line, and his front line engages me. Just straight on. As they attack here, as they continue to still throw their javelins over him. These guys, right here, throwing their spears at them. As I continue to hit these guys, let's see, it's kind of bloodying them up, but it's not. Yeah, see, this guy's still getting back on up from that. Didn't do anything to him. Didn't phase him one single bit. Like a normal Roman, right? A couple of jabs won't phase them. Oh, this guy attacks with a club. Well, no. Well, nope. He should have picked a better weapon. Clearly. Died right off the bat. As we bring in the cav right around this way. I don't know why he just didn't decide to go ahead and take my cav on out with his cav, because he could have taken my cav on. It would have required some losses, but it would not have been that big of a deal. And I think I have noticed that the cav here have seats. Anyways, so we're gonna pull this cav around, and then they're gonna fight in on this guys. They're gonna charge in the back of these guys, right over here, because they are some weak and mushy group, and they start to immediately rout completely, so that we can finish them on off. And that was a good use of that cav right there. We can even see that they have more kills than they have actual troops in their unit. So then we're going to bring these cav on back to go ahead and attack this group right here. And then as soon as we bring this cav on back, as soon as he's bringing his cav to attack him, we can go ahead and bring these guys on in to fight them. And we just continue to circle and around, you know, we basically want to keep his cav from attacking any side over here as we continue to maneuver our advantages in and around about, and we can scoot our cav in this way. This is what we end up doing. We end up scooting our cav in through here and blocking his cav on off. So here, we'll watch this. So I moved my cav right there, and I block him from attacking me with his cav. So now he can only attack me from the back, and even then, you know, it won't be much use. And I've popped an ability with the general here, and now I can go ahead and run on in and take out all of his missile units right here. So this will really do murder to his missile units, all the slingers and everything. And although he is bringing some Triarii back to go ahead and help them on out, but I'll go ahead and pull my cav on through this unit here and bring them on out, I hope. At least that's where I recall doing. Who knows? This is always recorded months afterwards, or days afterwards, I should say, not months. And then it's put up on, you know, YouTube even more days later on. So like an idiot, I just leave my cav there, I guess. I should have brought them on out over here through all this. And I probably was trying to. It just wouldn't respond, I guess. I don't know, you know. As I have these guys firing their jabs on this unit right here. And the idea was to just kill as many of them as I could, you know, at this point. As his cav is used to go ahead and attack my general here. And I kind of realized at the last second to go ahead and turn my general's unit around. And he does get some good kills on in my general unit. That was, but I did bring this unit around to go ahead and attack. And they're starting to throw their jabs on in. So I figured I could maybe kill his general too with my jabs. And no such thing is done. I think he pops an ability. I am out of abilities, but my general's still routing, and it's probably not causing that much morale boost to my troops right there. And surprisingly, I still have my cavalry over here, you know. We can now use them to our advantage and bring them around and about and have them attack certain units. So it was actually going quite well, I thought, surprisingly. But he does end my general's life, and if I didn't lose my general right there, I probably would have done a lot better in this battle. And I don't think I would have won, but I definitely would have done a lot better than I did do. I would have held out better over here, and instead it just all ran for their lives, I guess, you know. It was, they didn't want to stay on the battlefield after such a thing. Well, I had these troops face them, so we're going to go ahead and enclose this group. But we did do some damage, you know, and damage was done to his army, and that was the objective, you know. And the objective was completed. As much as it does not appear to be such a case. So, and actually my cav is still alive, and this is the part where my cav actually finally completely routs, as I'm bringing him, trying to have him attack the back and flank the back of some of these troops. But they are just so strong that even if you attack the back of his Principes, they're still not going to be able to do much with that cav unit. That was a pretty weak cav unit at the time. You know, I think it had like less than 10, it had about 33 guys in it still. And we're still losing out over here as he brings his cav in on these guys. And now this is just, you know, secured the deal for me. I can wrap up in certain areas, but in the end, it will be no use. I will have lost the battle. No matter what I do. Alright? So, we're going to fast forward through as he goes ahead and closes off the rest of this group over here and the rest of this group over here. And these guys still stand out. They still stay out for quite some time. You know? They continue to fight in this group. They hold their ground quite well, I guess, as he tries to attack this side. But we did manage to take a good chunk of his range units on out. So all of his slingers and javs were completely killed. And now that all my troops are kind of like locked down, he's gonna bring his cav in and around and have them attack every which way side of my troops in this battle. So making him win. And I don't get they don't leave the battlefield beforehand. They do get broken. Do they end up? Yeah, they complete. Oh, I do beat that unit, so that's good news. I did end up defeating that unit, but not before they went ahead and attacked me. But they still end up winning the battle. So we did get quite a few good kills in there. You know, it was kind of a close call at one point. His cavalry is what kills me. You know, it's quite the killer of the cavalry in the game. You know, Roman cavalry. When I meet it on the battlefield with the Insubres, it should be interesting. We will see such a thing happen. But first, I must conquer the rest of the Cisalpine Gaul. You know, that is to be done. That is to be committed. Once such a thing is done, then we will march on Rome itself. Okay. So let's look at the stats, and we have a close defeat. I deployed 4,000. So the AI deployed 4,557 against him, and they deployed 2,698. So you know, it was like almost there were two guys for every Roman guy practically. Two Voluskikai, I guess is how you say that. Voluskikai. Yeah, my best pronunciation for it. Losses were 2,994, so about 3,000 losses almost, you know, kills. So I killed not too many of my own troops, you know. Friendly casualties was not that bad here. Kills here, wow, you know. He didn't kill too many of his own troops either. But that's how it goes. Hit like and subscribe down below, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.